gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at the ends row, dark is right. Because their words had poked no lightning they. Do not go gentle into that big mess. What lines, what words? Do you remember where you heard the line? Maybe not as students of literature, but as, well, that's the question. Where did he hear it? Hardly anyone among us, maybe that's an exaggeration, but most of us do know the film Interstellar. And many of us know Professor Brand. Well, am I talking about the daughter or am I talking about the father? To make it easier for you, I want to talk about minute 50 in this film, Interstellar, where Professor Brand, the father, and in fact the one who set this entire idea of going into outer space through that wormhole and trying to find another universe, another place, another haven where human beings could go once this world of ours, the only world we know and have inhabited for so many years, becomes impossible to live in. Yes, the film Interstellar is a dystopian film. And it is in that film that we hear these lines, not the entire poem, but some of the lines from this poem. But what was this poem really about? And who was the poet? Do we know him? Well, the poet was not alive anymore. Dylan Thomas, a Welsh poet who lived from 1914 to 1953. And this poem is supposed to have been written addressed to his dying father when the poet was visiting Florence. He talks about probably the afterlife. Who has come back from that world to tell us what happens? So he says, do not go gentles into the night. Visiting Florence, away from UK, writing to his dying father, maybe. It is considered to be a threshold poem about death. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sung the sonic light and learned too late. They grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. You know, that moment which most people talk about, because we don't come back to talk about that moment when life ends and that afterlife begins. So he's talking to his dead fathers. I'm not sure if the father is listening, but certainly, he thinks of the father who is dying and who he will who he will never ever see again. The poem is written in what is called a millennial. That doesn't matter what form it is, but it is a poem of 19 lines. A poem very well structured, even though the topic seems to be not such an easy topic. He keeps repeating, do not go gentle. Is that moment of death so difficult for us to bear, to accept? Is there pain? Is that a fight between life and death? Between us, the human beings, the mortal, not wanting to give up this mortal life? Does all that really happen? Well, I can only say God knows, and that is what Dylan Thomas is addressing in this original poem, which was written in 1940. Winner of one Academy Award, this 2014 movie, Interstellar, has been considered by many to be an epic in science fiction. Can we ever forget that scene when this spaceship is zooming out? You know, it's literally going round and round. And I remember me, like a little kid, trying to put my head forward and seeing outside my TV screen, could I see it? Where can I? Because it's just hurtling into space. And remember, there is a point where one of the characters, Cooper, said that 1 hour in space is equal to 7 years of Earth life. If that is true, he's trying to tell his child, well, that would take me too far away. But when he's talking about that distinction, that difference between life on Earth, time of life on Earth and life in space, and you have these two main characters, Dr. Brand, played beautifully by Anne Hathaway, and Dr. Cooper, when they are discussing what really will happen. Will we ever come back? And then you hear this being quotes it. Where are we going in this spaceship? And Dr. Brand reading these lines. Gentle night, he calls it. And I wonder, I'm not going into space, I know that, but I wonder, is it really gentle? Or is there all kinds of music? Do I hear the planets as they go in their fixed orbits? Thank God they are fixed orbits. God knows why they never crash. We are not able to keep two planes from crashing, but then they never crash into each other. So it is that movie scene that I'm thinking about when these lines are quoted. Dystopian, scientific theories, scientific concepts, all that come together. But yet the movie has been such a popular movie because who doesn't want to live? All of us, we talk about the homeless, we talk about being pushed away from your homes. We are in search of a home, and we are searching for a home, imagine, away from this earth, the only home that we know, probably because of all that sand, all those dust storms we are told in the movie, is probably going to make this earth of ours uninhabitable. And there we go, gentle into the night. Interesting, I think, that a poem by Dylan Thomas has not been used only in this movie. I believe composers, many composers have set it to music, so you can find variations of that. It's even been made into a video case. To imagine that the poet writes it for his dying father, and the makers of the movie decided to use it for human species, because it's not talking about just those two astronauts who are going into space looking for a new home. It applies to all of us, to you and me, and to coming generations. Does that mean sometimes, very often, or in this case, a poem written by a poet, maybe long ago, in this case less than a century ago, is later used by somebody else in another context, for another form, in another art form? Does that then give him a new life? Do we remember somebody and something which we might have forgotten? It's a question worthy of asking, because when I look at this movie and when I see that space shuttle and when I see those two characters, the gravity doesn't work there, things like that. When I see all that, and then I think of Zen, and then I think of going into outer space, and then I think of that bourne from which no man returneth, as a poet had once said. When I think of all that, I think, yes, there is some continuity about art. Art is permanent, as Keats had said. Art lives forever. And that is what is happening here. Dylan Thomas, not a very well-known poet, a Welsh poet, and now coming into Interstellar, in the words of Dr. Brad, how he becomes a universal figure, a universal message for all of us.